Hey guys, Dave here from Shrest Studios, and today I wanted to show you guys a little video on how I grow in the clay pebbles. I had a couple people in the Facebook group that are having trouble with this, and someone also requested it in a video. So I wanted to get that out to you guys right away, so that you know, that if I can show you exactly how I do it. And the reason why I grow them in here is so that the roots come out really nice and clean and easy. They don't get damaged. And if you're growing in a situation like the grow pipe, or any setup where you're not going to use any media at all, then you don't want any media on your plants when you put them in. So basically it allows you to just take the little plants out of the clay pebbles without damaging the roots and have nice, clean, healthy plants. And these were just, you know, some of you who follow in the Facebook group saw me grow them in one of these little containers. It's like a 2-inch container. And some of you saw me, you know, grow on them and then put these little seedlings in the pipe. Maybe a few weeks ago, I think I put these pak choi in this grow pipe. But anyway, today I want to show you guys exactly how I do this process. So I'm gonna get this, move the grow pipe, and I'll show you guys exactly how I do this. And I also, while I'm at it, I made up this little container. It's just a Rubbermaid container, and this is another Rubbermaid container, and this one fits on top. So the same as you know, growing your little seedlings on hydroton to take out, I'm making this one as a planter to grow baby greens in. Instead of microgreens, the baby greens will be harvested a little bit later. And I'm going to plant arugula on this planter. So I just made this planter by putting all those holes in the bottom with a soldering iron. You could do it with a soldering iron or a hot nail. You can drill, but sometimes it cracks. So I recommend the melting the holes in. And the beauty of this is it just sits perfectly on top of this one and doesn't go down in all the way. The clay pebbles will be going in the top one, not in the bottom. But I'll show you guys. We're going to do it right now. So I've got my little containers, and I always rinse off my clay pebbles before I start because they often have dust on them, you know, from the wherever they make them, I guess. And you want to fill your container up pretty much to the top, you know, like right up to the top. And you know, some babies are going to fall down in there, and you know, they're going to fall down between the clay pebbles, and that's okay. Some of them, you'll see them growing down here, and they'll actually push right up through the water. They grow underwater. But you know, I am thinking that I might try like a smaller gravel, because it might prevent some more of the seeds from sinking down. But I have pretty good luck with this, and I'm pretty happy with it. But I probably will try some smaller gravel as well, just to see. So I've got my 2 little containers, and they're filled right up nice with the clay pebbles. And I was just going to do 1, but I may as well do 2 for you guys. And then I have my weak nutrient solution, which is 1 teaspoon per gallon, Maxi Grow. And you want to fill these right up to the top. You don't want your you want to make sure that your pebbles go all the way down to the bottom and they're not floating. And then you want to fill up almost to the top. The other nice thing about rinsing your pebbles first is that they'll be wet, so the seeds will stick to them better. Now let me see. Okay. Now here, guys, I have these are some seeds from broccoli rabe that I grew, and you know, they're little seed pods here. You open them up and your seeds are inside. And I encourage you guys to to let a couple of your plants go to seed, either in the garden or even in your hydroponic. I had a grow pipe that I let go to seed, and it was kale, and I had quite a nice harvest of seeds from that. And it's nice to have your own seeds for a couple reasons. It's nice to you get another generation of the plant. Now the kale seeds that grew in the grow pipe are more accustomed to being hydroponic plants because they've already gone through one cycle that way with the parent plant. So now the next generation will be the second generation grown hydroponically. I don't know if it helps, but I think in evolution and adaptation, it probably helps the plants be more successful in those conditions. And plus, it's just fun to get some of your own right from your own plants. So I have broccoli rabe here in the plate, and I'm just going to take. Typically I only need about 8 plants for my small grow pipes. So depending on how many plants, you could probably put 20 or 30 seeds in here. And if you have too many, not all of them will make it. So there's a little bit of seed, you waste a little bit of seed maybe with this method. But I'm just kind of sticking my finger down and picking them up on my finger this way. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then I'm just going to sprinkle them on here. Not really too careful about where they go. Just getting them on top. Some will fall in the water, some will fall on the clay pebbles. And I'm probably putting more than I need. But better to have extra than not enough. And so this one's planted. I don't know if I can show you guys. I can't tip it because I don't want to spill anything. So that one is broccoli rabe. And for this one, I'm not going to plant the other one yet because I might want to do something else. But this one, I'm going to just take and put, I don't know. The reason why I did this small container on top is because I didn't want to have to fill this whole container with clay pebbles when I only needed a little bit just to start the seeds on. So, but I'm going to put all these in here. And then we'll do the same thing with this container. Now this, I'm going to let them grow out into baby arugula greens. So I will have to wrap this container because it's going to be more of a long-term grow. With these small containers or for microgreens, they won't be growing long enough that it'll matter. But I'm going to go ahead and fill this right up to the top of these clay pebbles. And this is a fun little hydroponic project. You can get them going this way, or you can let them grow into baby greens this way. I've done it before and it worked pretty well. So I've got my water right up to the top of these clay pebbles. I don't know if you guys can see this okay. There you go on that side view. And now I'm just going to take some of my arugula seeds and I'll just take a pinch and I'm just going to sprinkle them all around on there. You don't need too many. You probably will get too many, and you can pull some out and put them into a different grow situation and then just leave some in here, because you don't want them to be planted too heavy. You could go with a plant every inch or two because we're not letting them grow out full just to baby greens. So that's the arugula. And then basically, with these, you can leave them in the sun or leave them in the dark. It doesn't matter until they sprout. Once they sprout, you want them to be in good light, so you don't get them stretching and stuff. You don't want them to get tall and leggy. So make sure as soon as they sprout, which will be about 24 hours, they'll start sprouting. Then you want them to have good light. So I go with nutrient solution right away with the 1 teaspoon of Maxi Grow per gallon, and I put them in the light right away. I don't wait. And so that's how I do it, guys. I'm gonna I'll include a couple pictures of some of these that I have grown out into babies before I put them in, as you saw, the grow pipe, or even into you know, you could put them into if you wanted to put them into a 5-gallon bucket or something. If it was a tomato plant, I have started tomato plants this way. I usually start those kind of plants in peat pots or peat pellets, but I have started tomatoes this way, and then just taken them and put them in a net cup with more clay pebbles around them and put them in a 5-gallon bucket. But anyway, guys, that is the basically the explanation of how I do this, starting the plants on the hydroton or the expanded clay pebbles. And if you guys don't have clay pebbles, I think any pebbles would work. And like I said, I'm even going to try some smaller gravel and see how that does. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all your support, your questions, comments, likes, shares, subscribes. I appreciate it all. I'll have some links below to my in the description to my Facebook group, and also to my Etsy shop and some of the other places with some of my stuff. If you guys check that out, I appreciate it. It helps support the channel. And I wish you all a good day and happy growing. I'll see you next time.